We're now on the mirror on the inside of the fireplace from the outside.
Well, and it's, as I said, and it's full of twigs, and underneath it houses the logs. Something else I noticed as we see in front of the fire that is also written up about the solar is all the floors, even though they're covered in carpet in some of the rooms, are painted with a black material that also acts in the solar, passive solar process. What else? We have the cantilevered ceiling.
Very much a ski lodge effect in the house.
And I love the furniture. He's famous for the furniture. If you study him on the art sites, one of his sofas was even in the original I Love Lucy show. What I'm real excited about, Joe, in the dining room area, which really expands, this entire table, let me show you how this comes up. So you could extend your dining room table right here, and that's your breakfast bar. Then you've got a desk area behind here that we can close up, and you wouldn't even see it visually, but you could sit here and work with your now computers. But my favorite, and I just discovered this on the line today when I was looking at some art information regarding the glasses, is this bar. And this again is one of his designs, and it opens up. Normally it acts like a bookcase, but when they were entertaining or when they had people visiting, they have their own little bar right here with their glasses and their openers and their liqueurs and liquor. So it's really kind of fascinating place.
And always the overwhelming sense of greenery and being outdoors here too.
You should make sure you show your visitors to your site this amazing closet.
Come around and show me that. Let's go look quick.
I have a visitor coming, but I'd rather let you see this. They also had interesting storage, which again, 60 years ago, this was just little storage for the kitchen. He's got a laundry storage area over there, but this is one of my favorites. So they're normal hat holders, but this is kind of incredibly creative.
We're in Henry Glass's office right now, Linda.
I find this room is one of, after the living room, I think this is my favorite room because I try to imagine what creativity was exhibited here either by Henry Glass or Ellie Glass or the other people in the family. And I really like to see all the appreciation awards of the distinguished services he performed throughout the world. And I just think it's fascinating. And the books in the library behind you, Joe, and even this table, which is kind of, obviously it's a little bleached from the sun after 60 years, and the chair he probably designed, which picks up the colors. But what's really going to be wonderful is when we go into the foyer of the office.
Let's go.
You'll see some of the collections which we got together. We actually, some of the family members helped, and I hired a stager that also helped us put them all together and group them so that people that valued and appreciated these things would get to see them. And it's lots of his designs. In the lower level, in the basement, we have his plastic design collection on, which some people are still using, like soap trays and, you know, all sorts of things you'd see in a bath shop. And we're going to enter in just a moment his actual studio.
It's a great drafting table.
And everything's labeled in numbers, and he's got his tubes for his blueprints, and he's got flat displays and files, and he's got the, where you would print the blueprints over there. So it's pretty amazing setup.
Great place for an architect or a designer.
And he had a wonderful view. And again, it's facing the south for the solar. The ceiling is still, you know, tilted at an angle to try to get as much sun as possible. And he looks out at that beautiful berm in all seasons. It's really a room for all seasons.
And we're really at the end of a dead-end street here, so there's no
totally private. And the houses on that other side are considerably higher price point if you would have an appraiser do it than the houses on this street. So you really could build if you wanted to or renovate, and it would be an incredible value. Isn't that pretty terrific? It's kind of like a history, panoramic history of things he had designed. And then on the wall, which you can't see at the angle you're at, I believe lots of these are black and white things that he just kind of sketched in different parts of, a lot of them are in Europe, Vienna.
So these would have been his original drawings then?
I think so. I don't want to be quoted on everything, but
Sure,
I think so.
sure.
And when you go in the lower level, that's going to be pretty amazing because there's all different displays set up.
And this is a totally unexpected spot, the basement of Henry Glass's office. Still with some of the furniture he designed. Table that appears to be his design. And this was probably also his tool shop from the looks of it. It looks like he may have just used it as a showroom to show some of his work.